Hi there, I'm Quinn, and as you can see, I've got my fake skin cloak here. Today I'd like to talk about a book and a movie which I enjoyed recently, Clan of the Cave Bear. And I kind of have a complicated relationship with this book, starting way back when I was in middle school. So around 2000, 2001, kind of. Yeah. Oh, my cat just decided to run. Anyway, when I was in middle school, my stepsister was just entering high school, and they had to read, her class for English had to read Clan of the Cave Bear. And my stepmother lost her mind. If memory serves, like, she was reading the book along with, my stepsister, just so she would know, like, what's gonna happen in the book. And there is a rape in the book, and she flipped out. Like, my stepmother, I remember her calling all the parents and, like, telling them how, like, terrible this scene was and this book should be banned and that they should not have to read it. And then I remember it, like, she caused such a ruckus over it. The teacher was like, well, I mean, I guess we can just skip that part, because, it kind of takes up there's a little bit of a chunk of the book where it takes up. And she's like, I guess we can just skip this part and have them read the rest. And, like, I remember my stepmom, like, not being happy about this, but she was like, okay. And so in my younger brain, I just remember thinking, wow, like, this must be a really big deal book. And it was kind of like just absurd at the point, because she made such a big deal out of it. And I remember sitting, like, with my stepsister in her room, and she was like, so I read that part that my mom was freaking out about so much. And I was like, yeah, was it bad? And she was like, I mean, it was, like, kind of gross, but it really wasn't as, like, crazy as I thought it was gonna be. And she was like, do you want to read it? And I was like, I guess so. And, like, I remember reading, like, the scene that it was. Like, I didn't retain any of the information because, like, but I remember being like, oh, I remember reading it and being like, well, I don't feel totally destroyed by reading this or anything. So fast forward to now, and I finally purchased, like, the whole series. There's 6 books apparently in the series. They're called, I believe, The Earth's Children is what the series is called. And I finished the first book, in about a week. It's about, like, 500 pages or so. And holy hell, Clan of the Cave Bear is amazing. It's a, like, coming-of-age story about a young girl who is very similar to, like, humans now, and she is, like, separated from her family, but, like, they're killed in an earthquake, and it's during, like, the Ice Age, and she's adopted in a way by, like, Neanderthals. And it's her, like, having to adapt to their religious beliefs, their spiritual, their everyday life, like, their language. And, like, that's the whole book. And she's, overcomes so many obstacles to, in the very end, not fit in with these people. The thing also is, so as I was reading it, I'm just like, how, I hadn't gotten to, the scene that caused such a ruckus in my youth from my stepmother. But I remember being so angry because this book was so good. Like, the characters that are established, like, you love them immediately. And, I mean, if you have any heart at all, you love them. And the animosity that's created from the main character, Ayla, with Browd, who is her adversary in many ways in in the clan. Like, I mean, it makes sense why, because he, you know, every cat, my cat is rubbing against my tripod. Tink, stop it! Come on, do you want to be in the video? Come on, Tink. Come on. Do it. Okay. No, she doesn't want to be in the video. She is shy. So they have everything like established. It makes sense because at every moment he feels like he is being cut down by everybody being distracted by how different Ayla is to the clan. Like, she is able to hunt, and that's completely taboo. Like, women aren't supposed to hunt. Women aren't supposed to, you know, be. They're very subservient to the men in this like clan, and it's the other thing is that throughout the whole story, they don't believe there's any connection between sex or, you know, men relieving their needs with women and creating babies. So the fact that, like, because this is well established, and like that, so it's not, you know, coming at, like, when we get to that rape scene where, you know, it has been clearly established the way that the clan sees this kind of interaction with how they see intercourse. And I mean, yes, it is very, like, when you do get to the scene and the scenes that fall after, yeah, it is hard. It's hard to read. It's uncomfortable, but like, good stories are supposed to make you uncomfortable. Oh, see, there she is. Hi, Tink. Hi. You just had to be involved, huh? You just had to be involved? You wouldn't be a very good cave lion in this story. So I just remember when I was reading the book, I was just so angry that my stepmother wanted to limit these, you know, young readers from such a wonderful story of, like, overcoming every adversity possible, and in this great, like, story that was created. So so there's that. Like, maybe it's because of that I enjoyed the book as much as I did. I am a few chapters into the second book, and oh goodness, it is definitely changed from the tone of Clan of the Cave Bear, because at that point, she is no longer with the clan. She has been cursed out because Browd has become the leader of the clan, and, you know, she overpowered him because he would always let her affect him emotionally, and that's, like, not how men are supposed to act in this world. So I don't want to give too much away, but I just really, like, it's an older book. This came out like a while ago. You should definitely check it out. A lot of people I know said that they really loved the first book. They didn't really like the way the tone of the rest of the way the series goes, but like it's gonna get a little more sexy, you know, which is weird, because it's setting up to where Ayla is going to meet more people of her kind, and because you're introduced to these new characters, and they're very well aware of sexuality and how to do it right. And I'm just like, oh, gee, okay, all right, we're getting some like, you know, interesting action going on. Like, goodness. So that's gonna be interesting for me. I will talk about those other books, I'm sure, if you're interested in hearing more of my thoughts on this series. Hi. Oh, all right, she's feisty. Look at this little bitch. Look at you. All right, so along with the book, I watched the movie. I also had not seen the movie. I knew it existed. I knew that Daryl Hannah plays Ayla. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying her name now. Hi. She was fantastic, and I thought the movie was really well done. I mean, obviously they had to condense it down, they had to change certain things, make things shorter, certain events, but overall it was an excellent movie as well. It's about an hour and a half. It came out, I believe, in the early 80s, and I thought they did a really great job. Like, the sets were really good. The interactions with the animals are actually really terrifying because it's not a freaking CG, like, cat or bear. They did practical effects for certain parts of the bear, and like even the earthquake stuff is pretty scary. Like they did a really great job, and obviously Daryl Hannah is hot, so I mean, you know, there's a little bit of fan service, but they don't shy away from the messed up stuff that's also in the book, and I was really impressed with that. That they kept like some of that darkness, especially the stuff between her and Browd. They kept it in the movie, and I really appreciated that. I mean, once again, it was hard to watch. That's not really something that I go and seek out and want to watch. But, you know, it was, I appreciated that they took it as seriously as they did. My only real nitpick about the movie, I know, the time period, whatever, but because the Neanderthals are supposed to look so different than Ayla, in the movie, like, they didn't look that different. Like, they just added, like, bigger eyebrows or, like, made him a little furrier. Like, I just kind of wish that they would have put a little bit more prosthetics. Like, the prosthetics that they used for Kreb were great, but they could have, like, I don't know, they could have made them hunch maybe over a little bit more. They could have made them, I don't know, maybe, like, given them a bigger, you know, stronger brow or something. I don't know, just a little bit of something. But otherwise, the movie was phenomenal. I bought it, so I'm definitely going to be watching it again, and probably putting my own Ayla costume together at some point. So yeah, Clan of the Cave Bear, book and movie, well done. Holy crap, I loved it so much. I'm like almost emotional talking about both of them because they were so good. And whether you continue on with the rest of the series or not, if you haven't given this book a try, like, please do. I mean, people are saying there was no like strong, this is like, we're just now doing strong female characters. Fuck that shit. You know, there's great strong female characters. Ayla is definitely one of them. So check it out if that's your thing. I mean, goodness gracious. I'm very excited to continue on with the series of books, though. Like, I think it's gonna get pretty smutty, which is interesting. Wasn't quite expecting it to go that route, but hey, you know. All right. Okay, so if there's anything else you would like me or the clown version of me to review, books, movies, please put them in the comments. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. And I'm gonna put this away because it is very warm. See you next time. Bye.